Can we have a moment of silence for Angela Washington, special police officer? I'm sorry. Let me give her her due. Captain Angela Washington, special police officer. What is a special police? A special police officer is someone that works for an exclusive company that is sworn in by the city and given a badge to uphold the law for the company that she worked for, contracts with the city to be the extension of DC Metropolitan Police. Okay? She's trained or he's trained to do the same job a DC police officer does, but you work for a direct company and that company has contracts. So therefore your job and your jurisdiction is in a specific area, a specific place, not wide range like the police that has full range. Just like housing authority. Their range and their jurisdiction is all the housing projects. So that's what a special police officer is for those that don't know. Okay? A lot of these jobs are paying very, very good money, more than some of the police officer jobs. You know, depending on what level you on of security law enforcement. Okay, it's levels to this. Just like it's levels of being an officer, you could be an inspector, you could be a canine officer, you could be a detective. There's levels to this in security law enforcement. You could be a security guard, you can be a special police, you can be an investigator, private investigator. You could be a contractor for the government under the umbrella of GSA and Homeland Security. That position is called Federal Protective Security. It pays very well. So the negative connotation that surrounds special police or security is passe. I just want to say this is a reputable field of a profession nowadays. And what makes that reputable? The money. The bottom line. The money. The more that person or company, the more that is paid to that specific company, the more it trickles down to the individual itself, which is the officer. The training is upgraded from what it used to be. Every officer that put on a uniform in the name of security is trained on a level of a police officer. Only difference is you don't go away for 6 months to train in an academy. But what you're doing is you're learning everything that officer goes away in a training situation, you're learning everything that person learned in increments and however long of years that you put time in. Would you go and learn in 6 months by going to an academy to train? You learn in increments each year that you're on the job. Weapons training. Anything that deals with the law, you will learn, because that's how you're going to be able to do your job and do it well. I just want to say rest in heaven to a mother of four, a wife, someone that set up after school programs in the community, in her community, to keep kids off the streets, because there's no money in the budget to keep the rec centers open now. When I was coming up, we had the rec center, which was called the OSAE, or just simply Recreation Center, the recreation department. This was the place that kids went to after school to do homework, to get help with homework. You know, once you did your homework and came outside, you had somewhere to go to play pool, bumper pool, ping pong, checkers, chess, arts and crafts. Only a few facilities offer this now. They used to have boxing programs in these recreations. DC has produced champion boxers from the programs that was set up through the rec center. None of these programs exist. And if they do, you got to pay for it. If you coming from a poor neighborhood, who has money to pay for all of this training? This lady was an activist in her community, trying to put back to what funding took away. So I just like to say to the demon that took this young lady's life, just 41 years of age, took her from her family. What goes around comes around. God see you. Your time is limited. I don't know the full story. I don't know if she rubbed somebody the wrong way or not. But why keep taking people's life as the answer to everything? It's no more, I'm just going to beat you up and hurt you. People got to go all out now. I'm just going to snatch your life from you. No regard. And it's sickening. I just got a call last night. My great niece lost her dad last night to the hands of violence. Somebody that was on drugs, tripping out, going too far, because they not in their right mind. I won't get into specifics, but it just got to stop. I'm coming from the heart. I lived in DC all my life. I done seen the worst of the worst and the best of the best. It's like, it's up and then it's down. So you have to move accordingly. And it's a shame. They building this beautiful city up for our kids. Cause it wasn't beautiful when I was coming through. We drinking that dirty water in the Potomac, abandoned buildings, you know, slums everywhere. This city is beautiful now. So yeah, it wasn't beautiful for us, but we made do, and we made it to the other side. Now it's beautiful for our kids, and they're not going to be around to enjoy it. I saw the chief on TV today with Armstrong Williams, Chief Conti. I went to school with him at Spingarn High School in the 80s, 86 through 88. I took classes with him. I remember him, you know. He's saying that he haven't seen so many guns on the street nowadays. And he's a native Washingtonian. So it's just crazy, you know. I think we need Vice back on the streets. Vice broke up a lot of the crews and the gangs in DC. I think they broke up Vice because Vice was taken, you know, as well as they were getting the job done, you know. So now they'll just eliminate the whole program because they was taken as well, you know, but they got the job done. I think I can live with them taking a little bit off the top, even though it's wrong. It's wrong. We know that. But they got the job done. So I'm going to ask you, do you mind that, you know, you make a bus and it's $10 million in the house and $1 million get missing? Do you mind? These guys bringing in the criminals and busting them up and bringing down organizations that keep putting drugs and guns on these streets. I know it's wrong to mine, but something got to give. I'm about the job getting done. Police work is a hard job. You're risking your life. Being a fireman, you're risking your life. You got to be a special person to put that uniform on and go out there and do that job. It's not easy. And everybody can't do it. People losing their lives. I'm just saying, man, chime in. I want to hear your opinion on this. Rest in peace, Captain Angela Washington.